Oi there, bruv, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Dingo ate my baby. It actually reminds me, how fucked up is that joke? Like, I get that people thought that she made it up and that she actually killed her baby, but not only was she actually exonerated because a dingo really did eat her baby, but imagine a wild dog, like basically an Australian coyote, took off with, mauled your baby to death and ate it, and people are just like, you talk funny. Like, what the fuck, man?
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
So today we're actually going to be talking about something that I'm super excited about. Something that I'm always thinking about, like at least 30 times more than the Roman Empire. Seriously, what the fuck was that, by the way? And that thing is the Chosen One himself.
I am the chosen one.
No, not you. Get out of here. Go on, get scram. Nah, today we're going to be talking about the real Chosen One. The one who brought balance to the Force by stabbing a bunch of kids and throwing his elderly boss off of a cliff. Anakin Skywalker.
Just grab my ears while you fuck my butt. Yup.
Oh, so when he does it, it's all kosher, but when I want to stab a bunch of kids, it's all, get out of my house, and what are you doing in my closet? Okay. Apparently the Jedi way doesn't play well in court either. Whatever. Anyways, if you're watching this video, then you probably know who Anakin Skywalker is. And if you don't, well then tough shit, Travis Tritt. If you haven't seen Star Wars by now, then you've either been actively avoiding it or you were raised by apes. And you don't even know what I'm saying. And if that's the case, well then... That was fucking dumb. But for those of you who aren't complete troglodytes and actually know what I'm talking about, then you know that Anakin Skywalker is the protagonist of 2 out of 3 prequel Star Wars movies. And I say 2 out of 3 because honestly, you could make the argument that Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are the protagonists of at least the first half of the first movie. Anakin doesn't even get introduced in the movie until 32 minutes in. And after that, he's mostly just a side character for the rest of it. That doesn't mean he doesn't have an important role, but he is a side character. He's not the main character. It's not a bad thing or anything. It's just, you know, it's how the movie is. It's just a fact. Hey, like pee being stored in the balls, it's just a fact. But anyways, if you watch Star Wars, especially if you watch something like the Clone Wars or Star Wars Rebels, then you know that Anakin is supposed to be this like noble, cunning warrior, I guess. He's allegedly this like great battle strategist, this great leader who's intelligent, wise, compassionate. Like the way people like Obi-Wan and Rex talk about him, you'd think he's exactly that, a great leader.
He was the best star pilot in the galaxy and a cunning warrior. He was a good friend.
The general I fought with was among the greatest of the Jedi. I trusted him with my life more times than I could count, and I tried my best to keep that trust.
And what I'm about to say is by no means a hot take, but I do think it needs to be emphasized to its fullest extent because to me it is just so goddamn funny. It's so goddamn interesting. I want you to think really hard. So hard that your frontal lobe goes missing. If you pay close attention and you think really hard, Anakin in reality is this monstrous, monumental, immeasurable, tremendous, astronomical, thundering fucking dumbass. Now maybe that exactly is a little bit of an exaggeration, but just hear me out before you rip my ribs out and eat them. Now them some good eatings. Anakin Skywalker, the hero of the galaxy, in reality is an irrational, hormonal, cringe-inducing just idiot. Like he reminds me of some like frat boy meathead who's just like, oh, they fucking hate Santa. And then he goes all incel on us and it's just like, why won't this woman love me? When talking about Padme, a girl he met once 10 years ago. I'm such a nice guy. And somehow, so unrealistically, Padme is over there just like fucking swooning over this dude. I don't get it. I mean, I get that it had to happen because obviously Luke and Leia need to exist, so duh. But Jesus Christ, George Lucas, like make it a little bit believable. They have like zero chemistry, man. Fuck. Now there is this popular theory online that Anakin may have actually unwittingly used the Force to influence Padme's emotions. Sort of like a powerful Jedi mind trick where his feelings for her were just so strong that it like forced her to have feelings for him. And genuinely, that's the only thing that makes sense to me. I honestly have no idea how on God's green Alderaan you could listen to a dude say this shit.
I killed them. I killed them all. And not just the men, but the women and the children too. They're like animals, and I slaughtered them like animals. I hate them.
And then just be like,
Oh, my stars, you are ever so delectable.
this dude is a walking, talking crimson flag. Anakin in the prequels and the Clone Wars series has done like a hauntingly large amount of just dumbass shit. It's actually unbelievable. And the first one that I'm going to show you is definitely the biggest example of this, and is almost definitely the one with the biggest consequences. So after Anakin cuts off Mace Windu's hand, who's the biggest dick in the galaxy, by the way.
I'm sorry, citizen. These matters are for the council to discuss.
And Palpatine yeets his freshly zapped ass out the window. He pledges himself to Palpatine and becomes Darth Vader officially because he wants to learn how to save his wife from dying. Directly after this, Palpatine basically tells Anakin, hey, remember when I said that I could keep people from dying? Nah, I lied. But we can learn how to do that together, but first we gotta do some evil shit and kill all the Jedi. And Anakin somehow isn't like, oh, I fucked up. I should stop you and then I can become the hero, which is what I would have done. Me, seeing this from the outside, watching a fictional event. This is what I would have done. And before you say Anakin would be arrested too because he already did something irredeemable, I don't really think he would. Literally all Anakin would have had to do is just say, I actually stopped him from murdering the guy because it's against the Jedi code, but then Palpatine like lightning launched his ass out the window. And then if Anakin just like knocks him out or like chops his hands off, then he would both not be a hypocrite and be the hero. Literally save the galaxy. Like there's probably multiple ways he actually could have gotten out of this. Like I'm just spitballing here, but instead he's just like, oh, all right. You've done nothing but lie to me my entire life, and you just admitted to it, and you have an evil-ass face, and you have an evil-ass voice, and you have an evil-ass lightning finger. But you're right. I should kill all my co-workers for you. Might as well visit the preschool while I'm at it.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
What the fuck, man? Mr. Sunday Movies, which I watch a lot, actually did a video on Revenge of the Sith, and I think they put it best when they said, think critically, idiot. Use your fucking head, dipshit. This guy's a liar who has literally lied to you since day one and says shit like,
Once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy.
like he's evil, dude. He orchestrated an entire war to get to you and to stay in power forever. Are you fucking dense? It's just hilariously frustrating that the guy who has been described as the
Greatest warrior the Jedi had in the Clone Wars
is also the fucking dumbest. It makes me wonder what people were hearing about him because I genuinely can't think of one fucking time he did something smart other than train my favorite Star Wars character of all time, Ahsoka Tano.
We the best, we don't fear nobody.
Yeah, whine about the Ahsoka show, pussy. I liked it and you can't take it from me. You don't have to, but I liked it. I'm kidding. People do actually have legitimate reasons to dislike it. I still liked it, but it's fine if you don't. And that's just the biggest example I could think of this dude being the galaxy's biggest idiot too. It's not nearly the only one.
But wait, there's more.
So let's list off some examples really quick. Palpatine tells Anakin the story of Darth Plagueis and literally describes it as a legend only the Sith know. Still doesn't get it. Anakin, dumbass. Palpatine goes on like a 5-minute spiel about how great the dark side is and how it's so cool and rad. Nah, bro, the dark side is fucking lit, dude. We got babes. We got liquor. We got death sticks. We wear all black and look sick as fuck, dude. You want a samurai helmet and a cape? Cause I'll get you one, dude. It's lit. And after all that, he still doesn't get it and is like, how do you know the dark side? Wait, you're the Sith Lord. Took way too long. Anakin, dumbass. In the Clone Wars show, Padme talks to Anakin over a hologram and she is very obviously pregnant. She's showing in everything. He doesn't even mention it. She has to actively tell him at least weeks later that she's growing a Luke and Leia. Anakin, dumbass. Speaking of Luke, kills a bunch of his fellow soldiers, tortures his best friend, and chops his hand off with a 1,000-degree rod, and then is like, hey, Luke. Come to daddy. Come join the dark side over here, bud.
It's fucking lit, my guy.
How did you think that would work? Anakin, dumbass. In the Clone Wars show, he gets into a fist fight with shark people. That's it. That's the thing. Anakin, dumbass. So like I said, those are just some examples. I honestly could probably make like an hour-long video just listing about half of them, but that's boring and I don't wanna. You can't make me. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly did. Like I said before, I just want to do topics that I find interesting and that I want to talk about. I don't want to just do YouTuber drama for my entire channel. I have no problem getting into drama if I find it funny or interesting. I'll still do that. I have no problem with it. But just to do that for every video, I don't know. It just gets a little stale. And I don't just want to be Mr. Negative all the time. So you're going to watch whatever I give you and you're going to like it. Take it all. But that's all for today, fellas and ladies. I hope I made you laugh. I hope I made you smile, and I will see you when I do this again. Bye. Also, I'm sorry this video took so long to make. Whoopsie daisy.